Little Wemby news. You might have seen this right before the show, before we came on the air. He has a form of a blood clot in his right shoulder. He's out for the season. Speaking of wingspan, that's what made me think of this.
Awful.
The Spurs believe this is an isolated condition, so out for the rest of the year. Obviously, this team is building. Jeff and Vinny, how does this affect looking at San Antonio games moving forward? I mean,
well, listen, he's a big part of their not only their future, obviously, but but their present. And I think you have to start with when it comes to him, even though he's so young, you probably have to start at 2 points and go north of that. But it also depends on the opponent as well. So oftentimes we get asked, what's so-and-so worth to the number, right? It also depends on who the opponent is and what the circumstances are to that particular game. But I think in the case of Wemby here, you have to start at 2 probably and go north of that, and maybe even 3 or 4, dependent on the opponent. So,
Jeff, what are your thoughts on Wemby out for the year?
Well, first off, you just hope it is that isolated condition, because we've seen Chris Bosh comes to mind.
Oh, yeah.
Similar build. His career ended because of blood clots.
Yeah, that's right.
To be honest, Keith and I were having this discussion before the show. I've never heard of a DVT in a shoulder. I've never heard of that. Usually you hear about it in the legs, and sometimes it can move up the body and turn into a pulmonary embolism. That's usually when you hear about it. Just very strange that it would appear in the right shoulder. But look, good they caught it in time, obviously, before anything else happened. But look, they had a shot to sneak in the back door, get in one of those playing spots. That's now gone, even with the Fox trade. They're not going to sneak up a few rungs in order to get there. But you just hope this is an isolated incident. And
we do.
Not an isolated incident.
He's the face of the NBA for the next 10, 15 years, hopefully.
He's the most unique specimen the league has ever seen.
Unbelievable. Wemby, get better, and he's probably going to play a lot of chess and read a lot of books, which is what he likes to do.